This project has gone through a few different versions. For reference, this is a single cell from Matt Batwing's chess, which you can view on his channel. To start off with, me and Collier managed to get this version 1 prototype to work, albeit it was quite slow. But as Dr. Kyle Jonifa here says, redstone is a process, and imagine where we'll be 2 more designs down the line. So over time, not only did we find better redstone techniques, we managed to compact the redstone, make it faster, more reliable, and somehow even add more features to the final design as it is now. The logic has 2 main functions. When the transmission is off, meaning that this is the first selection, all it does is take the signal strength in its cell and extract it into the transmission, while also toggling the state, so that when the transmission turns on, and then turns off by another piece, it clears the cell. If the transmission is on, it knows that this is the second selection. Therefore, when selecting this piece, it first clears the cell, and then inputs the value from the transmission, then sends a signal to turn off the transmission. There is also additional logic, like if both the cell and the transmission is empty, it turns off this piston so that trying to select this piece deselects it. Also, when the transmission turns off, it resets all the toggle states, and if the piece was used, deselects the piece. The transmission lines are made up by using these semi-instant comparator lines. By priming the comparators for observers just before they turn on, you can get all the comparators to turn on the same game tick. All the transmission lines lead to a central signal strength storage holder, which then gets sent back to every single cell to do the logic with. The display images are stored in these mini drives. By having each layer be a separate piece, I can encode which pixels are on and off based on whether they're a solid or transparent block, which will either power or not power the trapdoors and send the signal up to the top. And you can encode different images. Rather than having 12 layers for each piece, all the 6 black pieces and all the 6 white pieces, I just encoded each of the 6 black pieces and have a 7th bit here to flip the entire image if it's a white piece. The spam prevention worked like this. All the inputs, when activated, would update a bud line which connected all the inputs together, powering a pulse extender, so that when you press the bud block, no matter how many times you press it, it will not send a signal to this dust until the pulse extender turns off. To make a new game, all I need to do is clear the cell and input the value stored in the lectern nearby. To save the game, I extract the signal strength from this cell and put it into the signal strength storage. If I want to load the game, I switch over from loading the game into extracting from this signal strength storage, so that when resetting, it loads the saved game. If you're looking for a way to play on this chessboard, or just want to admire its beauty, there'll be a world download in the description. But if you're willing to take up the task, there'll also be a schematic of just the redstone if you're willing to build it for yourself. I'd love to give a huge thanks to Ssibren, who did an amazing job for all this decoration, to Man Magic, who helped with all the note block shenanigans, and to Collier and Lenric, who helped with some redstone along the way. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to everyone else for liking and subscribing to this video. Thanks for watching.